One of the healthiest things we can do is be grateful, give thanks. I'm talking healthy. I'm talking physically healthy, emotionally healthy, healthy spiritually. Psalm 95 is one of my favorite passages, and that, along with Hebrews 3 and 4, gives a great story of the benefits we all receive from gratitude, from being thankful, but a warning for refusing to be thankful and having gratitude. It starts out, "O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise unto the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving." Wow. It goes on to say that we're to bow in his presence. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker in verse 6. And then it goes on to give a very sad scenario of what happened to a generation of Israel because they did not take heed to this warning to be grateful in their heart and give thanks for what God had done for them and given them. It says, "Today, if you'll hear his voice, don't harden your heart like in the rebellion when Israel provoked God in the wilderness, and they tested me and tried me. Even though they saw my work, for 40 years I was grieved with that generation. And I said, it is a people that go astray in their heart, and they have not known my ways." And God said, I swear to them, they're not going to enter my rest. And they did not. Hebrews chapter 3 and 4 says there's a rest that remains for the people of God. But the way we enter that rest is through not hardening our heart. And the one remedy for not hardening our heart, the one answer to that problem, because we can all tend to do that, is to make sure we have hearts of thanksgiving and gratitude. That is an intentional practice. That is something we need to practice intentionally. Most days I'm pretty grateful, but there are days I'm not. I could be pretty grumpy. And those are the times I need to intentionally practice thanksgiving and gratitude. I'm doing this little audio clip on Thanksgiving Day, 2022. Wow. Thank God for a day set aside in the United States of America just to say thank you. And I read Abraham Lincoln's proclamation today, back from 1863 when he made it. And he specifically said, this day set aside to give thanks and express gratitude to God, our Creator, our Maker. And I hope for your sake you'll do it today. A hardened heart is physically devastating. It keeps us from entering into the life, receiving the life God has for us. It leads to a life of stress. It depletes us of joy, the emotion that causes us to surge with life. It causes us spiritually to be hardened in heart, emotionally to be hardened in heart. And the spiritual hardening coupled with the emotional hardening, because one is spirit, the other is soul, keep us from discerning the will of God for our life. It keeps us from discerning right and wrong. Hebrews talks about the Word of God being powerful and dividing between soul and spirit. And the lack of gratitude will keep that process from happening. And we'll wind up in a place where we're hard and stubborn and rebellious and frustrated with life and not restful, living in stress, and we won't even know why. And it simply goes back to the fact that we did not intentionally express gratitude to God. So I hope that I will and my family will and that you will let this Thanksgiving Day be a time when you solidify the pattern, the habit in your life of expressing gratitude. Wow. I don't even like this phrase. I think it's too overused, but an attitude of gratitude. Let's secure that in our life. And it starts with a good old healthy dose of praise and worship. And these terms here in Psalm 95 are tied to music. So musical praise and worship to God. Singing songs of thanksgiving to Him will soften our heart and make them pliable. So the potter, as with the clay, can mold our heart into what He wants it to be. God bless you on this Thanksgiving Day and going into this new year. Shalom, shalom to you and yours.